Good evening. It's 6 p.m. here in Santa Barbara, and it's time to start the Airport Commission meeting. Mo, will you do us the honor of a roll call?
Yes. Good evening, Commissioners. Commissioner Houghton is excused this meeting. Commissioner Miller.
Here.
Commissioner Bowen.
Here.
Commissioner Gregg. Commissioner Grabman.
Here.
Commissioner Maya.
Here.
And Chair Glazier.
Here.
And we have a quorum.
Director Hester, any changes to the agenda?
No changes to the agenda.
All right. Well, then in that case, it is duly noted on July 10th, 2025 at 5 p.m. that the Airport Commission Secretary duly posted this agenda on the board at the Airport Administration Building. Do we have any public comment?
We do not.
Okay. And we do not have either of our liaisons here tonight, correct?
Correct. Due to the short meeting tonight, I
makes sense.
reached out to each of them to let them know it was just a consent agenda tonight, and they chose to excuse themselves.
Yep. No, very good. Then in that case, we'll move on to the Airport Director's Report.
Thank you, Chair Glazier. Just wanted to start with apologizing for having you here for a very short meeting, but we did have, unfortunately, one time-sensitive item that was on there that does bring some revenue to the airport, so we didn't want to delay that and jeopardize some revenue for the airport. So thank you for being here. Starting it off kind of on a bad note, but I don't know if you have heard, for those of you that have been on the commission for a while, but Henry Thompson passed away. So Henry was the airport director, and forgive me, I don't remember the years. Yeah, so about 4 years, just prior to me coming in with a short stint with Brian DeMore as interim, but very unexpected, 59 years old, and I just thought I'd share that with you. And then moving on to easier issues to talk about. On the dais, you will find information on a training opportunity. It's a virtual training available through the American Association of Airport Executives. If Mo is also going to send out an email, which will have the link so you can click on it and see what the conference agenda is. It's, I want to say it was 3 or 4 hours. It's 3 or 4 hours of virtual training, and it covers everything from grant assurances, airport finance, but then also just the roles of different commissions and boards and all of that. No pressure, but if you're interested in it, the airport would cover the cost of that training. And if we have any commission members that are going to attend, we would have a staff member attended as well, just so if there's any follow-up questions that come out of that, we can answer with knowledge of what was being told at the meeting. So Mo will send out an email, and if you're interested, please follow up. We have the FAA will be updating some of our approach lighting systems out on the airport. Some of their timing does coincide with our existing construction, but there will be some nighttime closures of the main runway. It should not affect runway 15. Through approximately September 9th. It won't be closed every night, and it won't be any work on the weekends, but as we get more information, we will pass it off to all of our stakeholders and tenants when those closures will be. It'll be evening, not affecting any airline flights or any of that, but just wanted to put that out there. And then just a very, very quick update on our work with the noise working group. Unfortunately, our tower manager, Erica, and Jed, who worked very closely with her, both retired. And so we had hoped that we would have a little bit more interaction with the FAA in that group. That's been postponed because I don't even know who is replacing them yet. And then we were looking to bring forward a contract for approach design that will not only help with the noise issues, but also just help for our community flying in, whether that be corporate traffic or our smaller base tenants that have GPS technology installed in their aircraft. We hit a small roadblock in that because it's such specialized work, we can't use our standard city agreement. But I was very pleased. Our city attorney's office was able to review the agreement provided by the contractor with some small recommendations. I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to move forward fairly quickly on that. It's back in the hands of the provider to review those potential changes. So I'm very hopeful that we'll move forward with that fairly quickly. And
Elaborate more on what that is, once that contract is in place?
Sure. So basically, the FAA in the past has been who designs approaches for every airport and maintains those approaches. We had looked to the FAA to make some minor amendments, and unfortunately, just with various different things going on, not just with the current administration, but some of it has to do with that and workforce, the number of people they have, things like that. The FAA is reducing the number of approaches that they maintain across the country. And so we've already seen our GPS overlay approach for what basically follows our existing VOR approach, but with a GPS overlay to that. They removed that approach. They're not even maintaining those approaches nationwide anymore. So the tools that we have available for pilots to get in and out of the airport have been getting worse, not better. And so we have the opportunity to work with a consultant who has a letter of agreement with the FAA to be able to design approaches, and they will actually design standalone GPS approaches to both ends of the airport, runway 7 and runway 25, that will hopefully actually we will get minimums better than our previous GPS approaches as well, hopefully very similar to the ILS approach into 7. And we can turn that over to the FAA, and then they can take them over and maintain them. That is not likely right now just due to the workload. So then we will also have an option, and this will come back to the commission for more discussion as we go forward. We're really only looking to move forward with the feasibility and the design of the approaches initially, and then the follow-up will be whether we want to choose to push these forward quickly or try to wait for the FAA to take them on. But the FAA is not likely to want to take those on right now. So if we wish to move forward with them, we actually have the ability to continue to monitor the penetrations into the approach and all of that through this company or others in the future, and have it flight checked and continue to have it published by the FAA, but they don't have the requirement to maintain them on their own, which they're trying to offload some of their approaches currently. And so what that does is it helps us for anybody that has GPS-based technology in the cockpit. They're able to fly these approaches. They will be designed hopefully in such a way that mimics our noise abatement corridors. So it will do two things. One is it will hopefully help with the noise issue, but the second thing is it will also help to get aircraft in and out of the airport with minimums, like I said, that are hopefully close to the ILS, even for the runway 25 end, which is our predominant wind runway.
Are we on to questions? Can I ask another question about these approaches?
So the approach contract isn't on the agenda for tonight, so we probably need to keep it fairly generic. But I'm because I gave you an update on it, happy to answer a generic question about it. I don't want to get too detailed.
Okay, yeah. No, I guess then I'll save my more detailed question and just say that I am happy to see that this is happening and moving forward. I know that there's been a lot of talk in the GA community, as well as just seeing news stories about missed flights and diversions because of some of the changes in the reduction in service from the FAA and instrument procedures here at Santa Barbara. So I'm glad to see that not only are you doing this, but so quickly after some of these changes kind of snuck up on us in the past year. So appreciate you doing that and hoping that it continues to move forward quickly.
Thank you. And we're also hopeful that the FAA will amend the ILS to go back to the original minimums towards the fall of this year.
And that'll eliminate some of the issues that we're having right now.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Paul?
Question on this, I was hoping to hear more on sorry if you can't hear me, we don't get microphones.
We're sharing them, so if Bruce wants to pass that down a little bit.
Thank you. So my question is about I understand that the tower is in turmoil here, but how about LA Center and your very hardworking efforts to get them to allow us to use the existing departures, when our tower is closed, to do noise abatement that way?
I would just lump that into the same category of temporarily stalled right now. They're going through some turnover down there as well. Jed was an amazing contact that we had here at Santa Barbara, who also interacted with LA Center quite well. And so we've lost a little bit of that connection. But as a part of the agreement that we will have for these approaches, part of the scope of work is also to help us coordinate those suggested changes with LA Center, because they do interact with that group even for the design of the approaches. So it's unfortunately stalled a little bit, but still definitely hopefully something that can happen still this year.
All right, thank you for your work on that. That's a pretty big issue for everybody in Western Goleta.
Anything else on that? Anybody else have any other questions? No speaker slips, I take it? All right. Moving on to the consent calendar. And one quick note on this, if you guys will indulge me, if we can talk about items number 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 13. I'd like to pull number 11 out due to a conflict of interest that I have. I just ask that we vote on them separately. But does anybody have any questions on the consent calendar? Yes.
I guess I had a question. Going through all of them, for above all aviation, I'm a little bit at loss at what we're doing based upon the description that you have there. Usually we have dollar amounts and square feet and term and things like that.
I'm going to pass this over to Greg from our properties division to give a quick update on that.
Commission members, I'm filling in for John Peltans. Thank you. As far as I understand, it's just a consolidation of their lease spaces. That's all I got.
So no change in price, no change in square feet, just
It'd be a reduction in space. I don't have that number handy for me.
Mhm.
This was one of the items that John had processed, so. Give me just 1 second.
yeah.
I don't have the commission memo.
I'm clearly not against it. It's just that it's noticeably missing.
Right.
Sorry, I had to refresh my memory because we talked about a bunch of different things, but above all, this was also to bring their lease terms to be consistent with each other. So as they're looking for their business, some of their lease terms were shorter than their other. So this brings all of their leases combined into a consolidated effort to have one term for all of their leases, so that as we plan for their future, we're not dealing with a bunch of different date targets that are out there.
That sounds good. So we're not changing dollar amounts or just adjusting things. Okay, it just stood out because the lack of information compared to all
Yeah,
the
it's
other
really
ones.
related to the term.
Yeah, thank you for answering that.
Any other questions?
I just had a question on the summer solstice. Are they going to be building things in that location, or what are they going to be?
No, so it's basically just a trailer with some equipment stored in it
Oh, okay.
throughout the year. It's a very small parking area.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions? Any speaker slips?
No speaking.
Just checking. Just want to make sure. All right. In that case, can I call for a motion for items 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 13?
I move we approve.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Motion and moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion passes unanimously. And then simultaneously ask for a motion on item number 11.
I'd move we approve item 11 of the consent calendar.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And I will abstain. Motion passes with one abstention. I think that's all we have for tonight, correct? Well, then we stand adjourned. 6:14 and 49 seconds.